The sky was red, not from the sunset, but from the flames. Screams filled the air, blending with the sound of clashing metal and the war cries of warriors. It was the night Ojike's army came to destroy us. Our village, Isikon, was small but peaceful. We lived simple lives, farming, fishing, and trading with neighboring villages. Our king, Oba Oyimkan, was a kind and just ruler, loved by all. But across the river, in the great walled city of Odoiken, ruled Ojike, a king feared by everyone. He was ruthless, taking what he wanted, burning villages, and enslaving people. He believed that strength was all that mattered. The war began because of greed. One season, our land produced a great harvest. Traders from distant villages came to buy our yams, palm oil, and fish. When Ojike heard of our wealth, he demanded that we pay tribute to him. Oba Oyimkan refused. "We owe him nothing," he said. "Our hands work this land, and the harvest is ours." Ojike sent a messenger with a warning, "Submit or be destroyed." We did not submit. One evening, they came. Hundreds of warriors crossed the river, their torches lighting up the dark sky. They stormed our village, burning homes, cutting down men, and taking women and children captive. We fought back, but they were too many, too strong. Our warriors fell one by one. I saw my uncle cut down before my eyes. My friend, Ode, was dragged away, screaming. For days, we hid in the forest, watching as our home was turned into ashes. We thought all hope was lost, until Jadra returned. Jadra was one of us, a warrior who had left years ago to train with great fighters from distant lands. Many thought he was dead. But on the fourth night, as we huddled in fear, he walked into our camp, tall and strong, his eyes burning with anger. Behind him stood warriors, men and women hardened by battles. They had come to help us. With Jadra leading us, we struck back. We attacked in the dead of night, using the trees and shadows to our advantage. We knew the land better than they did. We moved like ghosts, setting traps, ambushing their patrols, and cutting them down one by one. Fear began to creep into Ojike's army. They were strong, but we were smarter. Then, Jadra challenged Ojike. The wicked king was not an easy man to kill. He was a giant, his body covered in scars from battles he had won. When Jadra faced him, it was like watching two storms collide. Their swords clashed, sending sparks into the air. Ojike fought like a beast, his strikes heavy, his movements fast. But Jadra was quicker. He dodged, he struck, and little by little, he wore the tyrant down. Ojike roared in rage and swung his blade in a deadly act. Jadra barely dodged it. With one swift movement, he drove his sword into Ojike's chest. The wicked king staggered. His eyes widened in disbelief. He fell to his knees, then to the ground. Dead. The remaining soldiers of Odoikan, seeing their king fall, dropped their weapons and fled. The war was over. We returned to our ruined village, tired but victorious. We rebuilt Isikon with our own hands, stronger than before. And from that day, we learned a lesson: power is not just in weapons or numbers. Kindness, unity, and wisdom can win even the hardest battles. Jadra stayed with us, not as a king, but as a brother. And though the scars of war remained, our hearts held peace. Even now, when I close my eyes at night, I can still hear the echoes of that battle. But I do not hear the screams of fear anymore. I hear the voice of Jadra, reminding us that even the smallest village can stand against giants if they stand together.